Letter 50, Universal Mind. Live your life out loud with a care for others. By that we mean to have awareness for how your choices affect others. Outside of that, try to enjoy yourself in life. You're here to have experiences, so kick the floorboards and stomp around a bit. Not too much, or the neighbors will get annoyed. Maybe save your stomping for the outside in that case. Live a life that you will look back on and smile. Don't be too afraid to take risks. May those risks be well calculated to improve your odds for a good outcome. Inaction will be the regret of your retirement. Generally, it is that which you never tried that will most irritate your sunset years. Recklessness, too, can often be a source of regret. This is why we suggest a daring adventure that is tempered with awareness for others. Joyful courage with temperance. Life is short, and it all goes by rather quickly. Whenever you are faced with significant choices, consider how your future self will feel about each choice. In this way, you are accessing the energy of your future self. This is how you can make better choices. Manage your emotions so that your choices are not made from a need of your emotions. Sometimes emotional decisions can be more drastic than necessary. It's best to make choices from the perspective of your future self, not your inner child. Remember that. Pretend you're a player in a video game. Faced with a choice between a bowl of chips or a bowl of fruit, which one do you think will take your player to the next level? Probably the fruit. So then, there is the answer of your choice. As you pretend to be the player in a video game, you access your natural instincts. It's a fun way of getting in touch with your feelings and intuition. Bless the path before you by making the best choices possible. You do this with God and your angels at your side. Why don't you rely on that energy to guide your decisions? Feel the pulsing or glowing option when you turn it over in your mind. Sometimes just saying in your mind what the options are, that can give you a prodding. One option feels alive and pulsating, while the other option falls flat as if a cold gust of wind just passed through. This is a real method of decision-making. You draw upon the energy of that added layer in life. This is how the universe works outside of Earth's density. Once you rise above the density by elevating your spirit, then you have access to this energy of universal mind. It is yours to question and feel the answers rise up within. This is where all the owner's manuals are stored. Whatever you need access to, it is yours to rise up to. The more elevated your spirit, the more you can access. It is perpetually free and accessible. It is only your obfuscations that block you from knowing more. Drop your veils of misunderstandings and mistaken beliefs. Move yourself to a space of complete release from all that is incorrect. Allow the truth of the universe to permeate your knowing. You do this by dropping mistaken beliefs. Let everything go so that you can access higher insights. Every owner's manual you've ever wanted access to, it is freely available if you can rise up to greet it. The problem is that your mistaken beliefs get in the way of higher insights. One of the most common mistaken beliefs is that you are alone as humans. Many believe that you were dropped here by a God who cares not about your well-being. Is that you? And yet here you are reading a book inspired by a campaign to reconnect lost followers back with God. Obviously, the God who seeks his lost followers is a God who cares what happens to you. God has put a team of angels in place for you to be helped by. Naturally, this is a God who cares about you. So isn't it time for you to update your beliefs about God? Once you move yourself to a place of clarity, then you can access more and more of the universal mind. The wisdom of the ages, free-floating and perpetually accessible to you. Every bit of knowledge that has ever existed can be accessed as part of universal mind. Whatever you need to make better choices, it's all here for you. God does not hoard all the wisdom. The universe is designed to share insight openly with anyone who can reach the frequency of that information. As you elevate your mind with clarity, removing the mistaken perceptions, then you can access more and more data. We tell you this so you know that life carries an added layer of bonus material. It is yours whenever you navigate yourself back toward the truth. Layers of distortion begin early in life. The distortions are weaved into the fabric of society. You must learn how to liberate yourself from these distortions. You do this by letting go. Each night as you prepare for slumber, say a little prayer to God that you are ready to be liberated from distortions. State your willingness to let go of distortions. State your desire to move toward the truth. Do this each night and you will soon see shifts in your way of thinking. Certain areas will be showcased where you can reconsider your beliefs. Is this still true? Why do you think this is true? Maybe it was taught to you by someone else with distortions. In this manner, you go through a process of being transformed. You are letting go of distortions, making room for the truth to enter. And every time that you release more and more of these distortions, the more of universal mind that you can access. It's that simple. An entire library of insight is yours, if only you will let go of your distortions. Universal mind, that's where all the owner's manuals ever written can be found. You might think it's a boring piece of literature, so who cares? But this is not the reality. Owner's manuals have improved dramatically beyond the third dimension of Earth. These books are living text that come to you at exactly the time that you need to know it. It's a library that follows you around and hands you pieces of paper at the perfect moment when you need that insight. So please believe me when I say that an owner's manual in Universal Mind is quite the useful asset. Again, not to be too repetitive, but all you have to do is let go of distortions in order to access it all. One of those distortions is the belief that God left humans alone to fend for themselves. Yet, here is evidence that God has prepared a feast of knowledge to anyone who wants it. A force of angels dedicated to helping humans, free will to do as you please. And then there's the God force, a frequency that works like magic in your life as you move about. These are all gestures from God to help your human experience. So please, adjust your belief systems to be in accordance with the truth. Release any old beliefs that do not match up with these truths. In this manner, you can relieve yourself of distortions and thus rise up your spirit to the higher frequencies. It's been another pleasant connection with you today. Be well and know that your angels are waiting on your communications. Whatever you need, let us know how we can be of service. Love and light from home. Letter sent from Archangel Michael. Excerpted from the book God 2.0, Updated Owner's Manual for Humans.